The Testament of Issachar, the fifth son of Jacob and Leah. Introduction. The dissension between Rachel and Leah. The copy of the words of Issachar. For he called his sons and said to them, Give ear to the words of him who is beloved of the overseer. Issachar said, He was born the fifth son to Jacob, by way of hire for the Mandrakes. For Reuben, his brother, brought in mandrakes from the field, and Rachel met him and took them. And Reuben wept, and at his voice Leah, Issachar's mother, came forth. Now these mandrakes were sweet-smelling apples, which were produced in the land of Haran, below a ravine of water. And Rachel said, She will not give them to thee, but they shall be to her instead of children. For she said, The overseer hath despised her, and she had not borne children to Jacob. Now there were 2 apples, and Leah said to Rachel, Let it suffice thee that thou hast taken Jacob. Wilt thou take these also? And Rachel said to her, Thou shalt have Jacob this night for the mandrakes of thy son. And Leah said to her, Jacob belonged to her, for she was the wife of his youth. But Rachel said, Boast not, and vaunt not thyself, for Jacob belonged to her. And for Rachel's sake he served their father 14 years. And had not craft increased on the earth, and the wickedness of men prospered, thou wouldest not now see the face of Jacob. For thou art not his wife, but in craft were taken to him. Rachel said her father deceived her, and removed her on that night, and did not suffer Jacob to see her. For had she, Rachel, been there, this had not happened to Jacob. Nevertheless, for the mandrakes, she, Rachel, was hiring Jacob to Leah for 1 night. And Jacob knew Leah, and she conceived, and bare Issachar, and on account of the hire he was called Issachar. Then appeared to Jacob an angel of the overseer, saying, 2 children shall Rachel bear, inasmuch as she had refused company with her husband, and had chosen continence. And had not Leah, Issachar's mother, paid the 2 apples for the sake of his company, Leah would have borne 8 sons. For this reason Leah bare 6, and Rachel bare the 2. For on account of the mandrakes the overseer visited her. For he knew that for the sake of children she wished to company with Jacob, and not for lust of pleasure. For on the morrow also she again gave up Jacob, because of the mandrakes. Therefore the overseer hearkened to Rachel. For though she desired them, she ate them not, but offered them in the house of the overseer, presenting them to the priest of the Most High, who was at that time. Issachar exhortation to his sons. Issachar told his children when he grew up, he walked in uprightness of heart, and he became a husbandman for his father and his brethren, and he brought in fruits from the field according to their season. And his father gifted him, for he saw that Issachar walked in rectitude before him. And Issachar was not a busybody in his doings, nor envious and malicious against his neighbor. Issachar never slandered anyone, nor did he censure the life of any man, walking as he did in singleness of eye. Therefore, when he was 35 years old, he took to himself a wife. For his labor wore away his strength, and he never thought upon pleasure with women. But owing to his toil, sleep overcame him, and his father always rejoiced in his rectitude, because he offered through the priest to the overseer all first fruits, then to his father also. And the overseer increased 10,000-fold his benefits in his hands. And also Jacob his father knew that the Most High aided his singleness. For on all the poor and oppressed Issachar bestowed the good things of the earth in the singleness of his heart. Issachar told his children to walk in singleness of heart. He said he seen in that it is well pleasing to the overseer. The single-minded man coveted not gold. He overreached not his neighbor. He longed not after manifold dainties. He delighted not in varied apparel. He doeth not desire to live a long life, but only waited for the will of the Most High. And the spirits of deceit have no power against him. For he looked not on the beauty of women, lest he should pollute his mind with corruption. There is no envy in his thoughts, nor malicious person maketh his soul to pine away, nor worry with insatiable desire in his mind. For he walked in singleness of soul, and beholded all things in uprightness of heart. Shunning eyes made evil through the error of the world, lest he should see the perversion of any of the commandments of the overseer. Issachar told his children to keep the law of the Most High, and get singleness, and walk in guilelessness, not playing the busybody with the business of your neighbor, but love the overseer and your neighbor. Have compassion on the poor and weak. Bow down your back unto husbandry, and toil in labors in all manner of husbandry, offering gifts to the overseer with thanksgiving. For with the first fruits of the earth will the overseer gift you, even as he gifted all the saints from Abel even until now. For no other portion is given to you than of the fatness of the earth, whose fruits are raised by toil. For Jacob gifted Issachar with gifts of the earth and of first fruits. And Levi and Judah were magnified by the overseer among the sons of Jacob. For the overseer gave them an inheritance, and to Levi he gave the priesthood, and to Judah the kingdom. And do ye therefore obey them, and walk in the singleness of your father? For unto Gad hath it been given to destroy the troops that are coming upon Israel. Iniquity in the last times. Issachar told his children, in the last times your sons will forsake singleness, and cleave unto insatiable desire, and leaving guilelessness will draw near to malice, and forsaking the commandments of the overseer, they will cleave unto Beliar, and leaving husbandry, they will follow after their own wicked devices, and they shall be dispersed among the Gentiles, and shall serve their enemies. And do ye therefore give these commands to your children, that, if they sin, they may the more quickly return to the overseer, for he is merciful and will deliver them, even to bring them back into their land. Issachar's blamelessness. Issachar was 126 years old, and was not conscious of committing any sin. Except his wife, he knew no other woman. He said he never committed fornication by the uplifting of his eyes. He drank not wine, to be led astray, thereby he coveted not any desirable thing that was his neighbor's. Guile arose not in his heart. A lie passed not through his lips. If any man were in distress, he joined his sighs with him, and he shared his bread with the poor. He wrought righteousness all his days, he kept truth. He loved the overseer. Likewise also every man with all his heart. He instructed his children to do the same, and every spirit of Beliar shall flee from them, and no deed of wicked men shall rule over them. And every wild beast shall they subdue, because they would have the Most High of heaven and earth, and walk with men in singleness of heart. Issachar's death and burial. And having said these things, he commanded his sons that they should carry him up to Hebron, and bury him there in the cave, with his fathers. And he stretched out his feet and died, the fifth son of Jacob, at a good old age, with every limb sound, and with strength unabated. He slept the eternal sleep.